Stage, and there's trouble on pit road.
Is that Kyle Busch in the middle there?
It's Kyle Busch and Logano.
Kyle Busch having a little trouble here late in the race. Gets into the corner, runs to the back of it. Oh, gets in the back of that lap car.
What happened there with the 53 there late?
52, get it right. Don't know.
How did that impact your car?
Killed it.
What did you think? Were you happy that you were able to come back after the early damage?
Nope.
To your car? What happened there at the beginning of the race?
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
How about the heat? What effect did the heat
great.
have on you? Fine out there the whole time?
Any thoughts that you're going to a place where you won last year, Richmond?
Nope, can't pass there.
You feel okay about your chances overall?
Don't care.
Does it help anything at all that you have the bonus points coming in here, coming out of this race?
Just here so I don't get fined.
Do you feel like if you had been able to get the top 10,
I'm answering the dumbest questions over and over again. Am I good? We're waiting for NBC. We've got NBC coming for you. Yep.
Big battle off of turn 4 here.
And into the wall goes Bubba Wallace. And he comes back across the track, tags the 5. They're both in the wall. The caution comes out.
Flips the 20 car of Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell hard into the outside wall.
A playoff driver involved in this. That hard racing by the 5. And the 45 now has caught up the 20 of Christopher Bell.
Well, if that wasn't intentional, I don't know what was. You okay?
Bubba Wallace out of the car. The AMR safety crew to him as he is walking down the racetrack.
We went into turn 3 wide, battling for position, arguing through turn 4.
He's headed right now for the 5 car.
The 5 came up the racetrack. That sent Bubba into the wall. Bubba seems to be a little upset about that, wants to know what was going on over there.
There's some big impacts.
Larson's out of the car as well. We saw him take the helmet off. Bubba now about 20 yards away.
As they were spinning, they clipped the 20 car coming by.
Clearly, Bubba Wallace, obviously, exceptionally frustrated. NASCAR trying to get him calmed down. They want to get him in the AMR safety vehicle to get him back to the Infield Care Center.
Let's take a look at what happened.
So down the back straightaway, the 4 and the 45 are side by side. Larson's going to go to the bottom here into turn 3. Harvick backs out. The 5 sliding up the racetrack, Bubba just feels like that the 5 didn't give him much room as he would have liked to come off of that corner. And chasing him up the track here.
Yeah, Larson's got him in a bad spot right there and gets him in the wall. Then they go down the front straightaway, and it just looks like to me Bubba hangs a left to retaliate. And I got a problem with that. You're going as fast as they're going, and you hang a guy in the right rear quarter pound. That is exceptionally dangerous. That's racing right there. Larson's fault for sure.
Stay middle.
At times that second lane down there is going to work well too, but it'll be fun to watch the 54 here moving through.
Oh, Ryan Sieg hang on to it into the wall. Decent contact, no caution yet. Keep in mind, Ty Gibbs, one of those drivers that started at the rear, was already inside the top 15, and Sieg, a driver that had recorded 2 top 10 finishes to begin the year, but he is beat up early.
And that just ruined his day.
Middle, let's keep hanging here, about 10 more.
You see everyone spreading to avoid him. Everyone's done a nice job of. You got one smoking real bad right behind him.
By NASCAR. to bring the 39 in and clean up. And there he is racing with Ty Gibbs up the track, and around he goes. Brett Moffitt, Sheldon Creed trying to avoid.
Joey, and you talked about that earlier, you know, if going out. And it's unfortunate other cars got caught up in that mess.
Boy, we got a battle coming back here. Jimmy Johnson sideways. Him and Sparrow got together.
How did that car miss him?
He had to he's never lifted out of the throttle yet. Jimmy hadn't.
I mean, that was a battle for 8th position, and John Andretti in the 43 just made it by. Dale Earnhardt Jr. did beat teammate Michael Waltrip for 2nd place back to the line.
Jimmy Johnson.
And he's sitting there watching all these points go down the drain.
Gets his car refired, and he'll come across. And another huge smoke up of turn 4. So here comes Johnson. He's going to make the flag.
He'll come across 11th, the last car on the lead lap.
What might have been.
And I'm thinking he's not a happy camper.
Talk about somebody.
Hey, this guy is.
Grass.
Yeah, he wanted Jimmy to get out there. He was going to be in his way if he didn't.
Matt Kenseth has the highest starting position of all 7 Las Vegas winners, 17th in scoring his 7th Winston Cup victory.
Now, where's Michael going?
Yeah. I think he's just happy to run good somewhere besides Daytona.
I know he is. I know he is. That's cool. But I'd keep an eye on that 48 car because he's hunting. As far as Michael's concerned, he won this race. Look at Jimmy Johnson. He's looking for that 40 car. Here he is down here, buddy. I mean, I'm not trying to incite anything, but he's looking for him, and he's sitting down here. He's hot.
6 races at Las Vegas, and Jack Roush has won 4 of them. 3 of his drivers, 4 wins.
I always wondered how come we didn't do donuts and all that stuff. Our tires were too, these guys talk about tires, our tires were too hard. We'd have just tore the man's track up.
They would have thrown off sparks.
Sparks, they'd have been sparking. Watch this.
Here's what happened. Last lap, Marlin inside, Johnson outside.
This was a battle for 8th coming to the checkered flag.
Up, Sterling moves up just enough to get into the left rear of Jimmy. Now, I'll tell you, this man does a whale of a job in that 43 car. And Jimmy does a whale of a job keeping that thing out of the fence. He never lifted out of the throttle.
Let's go on board and see how this unfolded.
But you know, Darryl, we saw that so many times.
Listen, that is today. He never lifts. He stayed in that thing and spun it all the way to the infield to keep it from backing up in the fence. If he'd have locked it down, John Andretti would have been in his door.
Knaus reaching for the radio button to talk down his driver after the contact.
Jimmy, calm down a little bit, buddy. NASCAR's got an eye on you here. Calm down, bud.
Stage, and there's trouble on pit road.
Is that Kyle Busch in the middle there?
It's Kyle Busch and Logano.
Kyle Busch and Joey Logano's crewmen involved there. Let's show you what happened out on the track to precipitate this.
I like the looks of this.
First, let's show you what happened on track between the 22 and the 18.
Going down the back straightaway.
It's coming off 2, headed down the back.
Straight bow. They go to the inside of the 2. Little bit of contact. The 22 gets to the white line. Oh, he gets loose underneath them.
Yeah, it gets into him.
I mean, it certainly wasn't intentional. It's just aggressive driving, going for the position.
Let's Kyle keep it out. I keep it off.
And then this, after the drivers climbed out of their cars.
It's like Kyle goes after Joey when Joey tried to talk to him.
Pulled Joey away, and that's Kyle with the 22 crew. Vince.
With Joey Logano now, and Joey, what happened when Kyle came to the car? What transpired there?
There wasn't much talking, just a lot of swinging. You know, just, I don't know, I was racing hard there at the end with our Pennzoil Ford, and, you know, Kyle and I usually race really well together, usually never have any issues, and he tried to, pin me down into the corner underneath Brad, and we about crashed on entry, and then I was still trying to gather it up by the center, and I was going to spin out, so I'm trying to chase it up, and he was there. So, obviously nothing intentional, but obviously he thinks that, so we'll move on.
Any blows landed between the two of you?
None to me.
Yeah, Joey was quickly pulled away from the center of the fight, which involved Kyle Busch and members of Joey Logano's crew.
Led to your anger at the end.
I got dumped. Flat out just drove straight in the corner and wrecked me.
Any conversation between you and Joey, or was it just the fisticuffs?
That's how Joey races, so he's going to get it.
I appreciate Kyle at least offering some comments there to Vince as he was heading out.
Caution is out.
He did nothing wrong there. He just turned hard right and spun you. Try to get it rolling here if you can.
Wow.
That's hard to tell. It looked like
he turned into him and turned him right through the grass.
Yeah, it didn't look great. I don't think Noah was attempting to run into him, but maybe didn't anticipate correctly.
You sure?
Be on the way around now.
Looked like he intentionally ran into him.
Tires weren't spinning.
Caution.
The 19, Ross Chastain, having troubles getting out of his pit stall.
Didn't quite fit.
You have to be so careful too, because that concrete, you get such good grip, it's really easy to break something.
So the team's obviously not happy about what happened on pit road. Tempers flaring. Michael Shelton in the X-side shirt. That's
Chad Kendrick.
Crew chief for James Buescher, as you mentioned, Chad Kendrick talking it out.
And Kyle Busch. Now this was with 1 lap to go in the stage. And then coming to the checker for stage 1.
Yeah, but watch this.
And that's the flag. So then here's what Chase Briscoe said.
I don't know what his deal is.
Pablo Montoya spins in turn 3. He collects Kurt Busch, also Jamie McMurray.
One just wrecked us. Hold on, a lot more coming here.
Every time I'm around, he wants to run the out of me. And I'm sure when the radio, I didn't mean that, but he's just trying to prove people he can drive a race car, and I guess he's not doing too many favors in this team.
You guys probably shouldn't put a lot of stock into what he said when you ask somebody something immediately after getting crashed. They typically don't have nice things to say.
Hamlin just flying off turn 2. The cars stacked up 3 wide, and Hamlin had a run. There he went. Off he went.
And they went by Ryan Blaney 2 laps down. Stenhouse. Oh, this battle's not over yet.
Hold you down tight your quarter.
Well, yeah. I also thought Eric Jones might hold him down tight to the apron.
That's what Stenhouse did to Jones.
Exactly.
You're on the apron, stay on the apron.
Payback.
These two guys are willing to mix it up a little bit here, it looks like.
3 to go in stage 1.
Woo! 17 comes up, gets loose. Some great driving right there by both of those guys.
Okay, that 17's going to have to not be such of a dumbass.
Oh, my. We just seem to tune in at the most opportune times.
I don't know if that was inopportune.
I'm supposed to apologize for that kind of language, but like you, I was too busy laughing. So consider that.